Aren't you exhausted from trying strategy after strategy to get web design clients only to end up with 0 clients? It's time to change that, all right? In this video, I will teach you how to get leads, how to turn them into high-paying clients, how to keep those clients, and how to keep getting more clients. We'll go through preparation, outreach strategies, effective social psychology, what to say, what not to say, and most importantly, how to become a successful web designer. All you need is a computer, an internet connection, and the desire to succeed. But hear me out. If your attention span is so weak that you cannot watch this video for even 10 minutes, that means you are not going to make it. I'm confident to say that you won't find this caliber of web design training on YouTube or anywhere on the internet right now, free or paid, period. And this is not the typical vague surface level video without substance, all right? We'll go in detail. This video could be the spark or epiphany that changes everything for you. Here is why you need to keep watching. I've tested a proven outreach strategy that brought me $50,000 in project revenue in just 3.5 months by reaching out to strangers. I will show you the exact steps I took so you can apply them and start seeing results for yourself. Here are all the topics we'll cover. We'll start with how to understand the freelance market, how to select a profitable niche, the importance of concept projects, how to find potential clients as a freelance web designer, how to craft a compelling offer, and then understanding contracts and NDAs. And you will learn all this for free. Let's begin. The freelance landscape in web design has evolved significantly over the past decade. From technological advancements to shifting client expectations, the opportunities and challenges for freelance web designers are constantly changing. In this lesson, we'll explore the current state of freelance web design, including market demand, trends, essential skills, platforms, and strategies for success. Whether you are just starting out or looking to refine your freelance career, understanding the landscape is key to navigating and thriving in this field. All right, let's explore the demand for freelance web designers. And let's start with the market growth. The demand for web design services continues to grow as businesses, entrepreneurs, and organizations increasingly prioritize their online presence. The need for unique, responsive, and user-friendly designs has never been greater. All right, now let's talk about niche opportunities. One of the key strategies in today's freelance market is niche specialization. And in this module, we'll explore this in detail. Clients are increasingly looking for designers who understand the specific needs of the industry, whether it's e-commerce, SaaS, software as a service, or portfolio websites for creatives. By focusing on a particular niche, you as a freelancer can differentiate yourself from the competition and become a go-to expert in the field. So don't worry, because we'll go through how to select a profitable niche in detail. But before that, let's talk about if freelance marketplaces work, all right? Okay, so should you use platforms like Upwork and Fiverr to find freelance jobs? There are a lot of people saying that these platforms are the best and other people saying that these platforms are the worst. So opinions vary, but I will tell you my own experience. These platforms are okay when you are starting out and want to gain some experience and testimonials. I've hired people from Upwork for some of my businesses, mostly virtual assistants and social media managers, but there are better and more lucrative ways to get clients. These platforms are notorious for their fees, and also you'll be competing on price with other designers, which is not ideal. You need to be charging high prices almost always, all right? But charging high prices is not as simple as just putting together a quick portfolio, putting your services at the high price and call it a day, all right? It's not how it works. It's a science and an art, and that's what I will show you how to do. I will give you a framework that's so effective that once you start gaining momentum, you might ask yourself, how is this even possible? All right, so in this lesson, you've learned about the demand for freelance web designers and also whether freelance marketplaces work or not. All right, now it's time to start selecting a niche. In this lesson, we are going to dive into one of the most important decisions you will make as a web designer, selecting a niche. Choosing the right niche is crucial because it allows you to tailor your services and stand out in a crowded market. By positioning yourself as an expert in a specific area, you can attract high-quality clients more easily and build a reputation that sets you apart from generalist designers. So, what's a niche? A niche is a specific segment of a market that you choose to focus on. It can be defined by a particular industry, type of client, or a specific need within the market. For web designers, selecting a niche means narrowing your focus to serve a specific group of clients. For example, e-commerce businesses, creative professionals, or local small businesses. And these are broad niches, right? You can narrow them even further to target a more specific audience. By specializing in a niche, you position yourself as an expert in that area, making you more attractive to potential clients who need exactly what you offer. In this lesson, we'll explore the importance of selecting a niche, how to choose the right one for you, and how it can impact your success as a web designer. We'll also incorporate concepts from the blue ocean, red ocean, and purple ocean strategies to help you navigate this process effectively. Don't worry if you are unfamiliar with these strategies. I will explain them in detail. And if you are already familiar, great. What I will show you will reinforce and expand your knowledge. Now I will explain you what red oceans and blue oceans are. All right, so let me show you an example with this diagram. So here we have the market, all right, this rectangle, and then we have some dots inside of the rectangle. The dots represent the freelance designers that live and compete inside of the market. And here we have a beginner, all right? So this dot right here is a beginner freelance web designer. So what happens is that when people complete a bootcamp or a course, they jump straight into the market, all right? So right here. And then this market is very competitive. So they try a lot of strategies and a lot of things, and nothing seems to work. And they wonder why. They be like, wow, I've been here like, I don't know, for a year or for 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, and nothing seems to work. And that's because they don't innovate. They just go into a market, try to copy everyone, and they don't do anything new or anything different, right? To differentiate themselves. So what happens is that they feel stuck because they are competing against all these other freelancers, doing the same strategies that everyone else is doing. And then when I say nothing new or different, I'm not talking about reinventing the wheel, all right? I'm talking about approaching business differently. It's like, don't follow the crowd, create your own lane in order to win. And I will show you exactly how to do that. Because you don't want to be the average designer fighting here in the red ocean market, all right? If you stay in this market, you'll be competing on price all day, and trust me, that's exhausting. All right, and here we have the blue ocean market, and this market would be like the dream market for a beginner, right? Because let's say, all right, so this is a beginner, all right, and then jumps here in this market, and then there is very low competition, and then the beginner can swim, and then there is a lot of opportunities and a lot of business, and everything is great, all right? And since there is not a lot of competition, this new freelancer can charge high prices and everything is cool. And yes, that's exactly how blue ocean markets are at the beginning. But the problem is that when other competitors, see the landscape and the opportunities in the market, they would obviously want to jump right into the market and just like do business just like this freelancer is doing. Okay, they want to be here as well and get business and everything. But the problem is when a lot of other freelancers jump into this market, this is what happens. It turns into a red ocean, and then the freelancer that before enjoyed a very calm and amazing and beautiful blue ocean now is chasing other blue oceans and trying to find another blue ocean, and that's exhausting. So let me introduce you to a more sustainable ocean, the purple ocean. And the purple ocean is basically a red ocean that has some blue ocean pools inside. And the freelancers that are inside of their own blue ocean pool, these are the freelancers that thrive, right? I want you to be one of these freelancers that are in a very competitive but profitable market, okay? Because in this market, there is a lot of competition. And that means that this market is validated, right? It means that there is a lot of money being made here. And some of these freelancers make no money. Some of them make a little bit of money, and some others make a lot of money, right? It's possible to make a lot of money being part of a red ocean, especially if you, I don't know, if you have like capital and you are investing in a lot of advertising and all that stuff, you can have some advantages. The problem is that you will always be under threat, right? Because all these other freelancers are going to be fighting against you, and you don't want to be there. You have to approach business differently, so you are inside of your own blue ocean pool, like these 3 freelancers, thriving in a validated market. And this doesn't mean that all these people will just sit here and look as you succeed, right? They will try to destroy your barrier and try to get inside of your own market, right? Your own pool. And then they will try to be there. Okay. So what you have to do is that you have to build a moat. All right. And if you don't know what a moat is in business, I will let you know in a second. So here is a castle. Okay. And then the water surrounding the castle is the moat. All right, so it's basically a trench filled with water, and it was used for protection, especially during the Middle Ages. So basically, if the enemy wanted to attack the castle, let's say these knights are the enemy, they would have to go through the moat, right? And the moat was very deep, and then they had heavy armor, and then weapons, and then they had some horses, right? So it was very difficult for them to reach the castle. And then the castle also had some guards right here, maybe surrounding the castle, and then outside as well, fighting. All right, and here. So it was very difficult for the enemy to reach and attack the castle. It was possible, but very challenging. And I'm using this metaphor because it has its parallels with business. The castle represents your freelance business, and then you have some kingdoms that are your quote-unquote enemies, aka other freelancers who are your competitors. However, not all freelancers will be only competitors, right? Some will also be strategic partners the same way kingdoms used to have partnerships with other kingdoms. The moat represents the unique value or competitive advantage that protects your business. Just like a moat protects a castle from attacks, your moat might be your specialized skills, strong client relationships, exceptional service delivery, or a unique niche you've discovered and managed to dominate with constant innovation. The moat makes it harder for competitors to invade your territory and helps ensure the success and security of your freelance business. All right, let's go back to the purple ocean market and let's illustrate how a moat would look inside of this market. So this freelancer has a moat because this freelancer built an amazing personal brand, has a good reputation, and is always innovating. On the other hand, we have this freelancer right here with a very weak barrier and without a moat because this designer is never innovating and started to receive a lot of negative reviews due to poor service delivery. And this guy right here is already gone because he's about to join the red ocean and probably give up because, competition will be fierce. So as we can see here, the one that was here is not here anymore. He's already, swimming in the red ocean. And then this one, is going to struggle because the barrier is very weak, right? And then this one is going to thrive because he keeps innovating and delivering excellence every time. Okay, so pay attention to what I have to say right now because it's very important. A smart approach to expanding your web design business is to target emerging countries where the demand for digitalization is on the rise. Emerging markets often have a growing need for web design services as they undergo digital transformation, making them fertile ground for new opportunities. To identify these markets, I suggest starting with a global view. Use tools like Google Maps, for example, to explore different regions and later identify countries showing signs of growth. However, I won't provide a specific list of emerging markets here. Doing so could lead to unnecessary saturation, which might overwhelm local businesses and reduce opportunities for everyone. All right, instead, I encourage you to think strategically and leverage AI tools for market research. Below in the description, you will find a list of effective ChatGPT prompts to help you identify promising markets. Additionally, and this is very exciting, I'll be hosting private live workshops on market and niche research within our private community, where I'll guide some of you in finding potentially lucrative markets. These workshops are free, but you must be a member of our community to participate. So if you are not a member already, join us today and let's explore these opportunities together. And also, if you have any questions about anything web design related, just let me know in the comments. Now that you understand the concepts of red oceans, blue oceans, and purple oceans, let's discuss how to apply this strategy to your niche selection. Number one, look for underserved markets within popular niches. Even in highly competitive niches, there are often sub-niches or specific client needs that aren't being fully addressed. For example, in the e-commerce space, you might focus on sustainable brands or businesses that prioritize eco-friendly practices. This allows you to stand out within a broader market while still tapping into existing demand. Number two, use data to identify opportunities. Just like the Purple Ocean strategy suggests, use data-driven insights to find areas of unmet demand within your chosen niche. Researching online behavior, search trends, and industry forums can reveal what potential clients are searching for but not easily finding. This approach helps you discover small, uncontested spaces where you can offer unique value. While this might sound complex, tools like ChatGPT can help simplify the process by guiding you on where to look and how to interpret the data. So here's an example. Imagine we are targeting luxury or vacation rentals. We would leverage ChatGPT to discover key trends in luxury vacation rental websites, asking questions like, what are affluent travelers looking for in luxury vacation rental websites? Then ChatGPT will provide insights into the demand for features such as high-quality visuals, intuitive navigation, and seamless booking experiences tailored to affluent clients. This is kind of generic, but with the help of AI as a research tool, we can always dig deeper. We can also use tools like ChatGPT to delve into the specific needs of luxury vacation rental clients. For instance, we can ask something like, how can web design enhance the experience for high-end vacation rental websites? Something like that. This can help you understand the importance of immersive design, personalized content, and also advanced booking systems. And then at the end of the process, with all the insights gained and the deep research complete, you can position yourself as a specialist in web design for luxury vacation rentals, focusing on creating websites that offer elegant design, professional photography, and you can collab with a photographer for these or leverage AI depending on the budget. And we can't forget about providing a seamless user experience that reflects the exclusivity of these properties. You can deepen your understanding by joining online communities where luxury real estate and travel professionals gather. Study the shared information, ask questions, and observe discussions to better understand the market's needs. Then use AI to synthesize the insights you've gathered. This strategy can provide more valuable insights and help refine your service offering to better meet specific market demands. Number three, differentiate your offer. It's not just about choosing the right niche, but also about how you position your offer within that niche. Okay? So avoid copying the same messaging, offers, and strategies used by everyone else. All right? Instead, think critically about how you can differentiate your services, whether through unique features, specialized expertise, outstanding client management, or a distinct brand tone and voice. All right, to give you a clearer picture of how to select a niche, let's look at different levels of niche specialization. I will also give you a list of niches at the end of this module, because I'm sure there will be a lot of interesting niches you've never thought about. First, let's talk about what's a niche within an industry. Instead of offering web design services to everyone, you could focus on an affluent niche, like creating websites specifically for luxury yacht charter companies that serve wealthy clients. This niche lets you design websites that meet the high standards of these exclusive customers. By focusing on a niche like this one, for example, you could attract clients who not only want high-quality designs, but also are willing to pay more for a website that shows off the luxury and exclusivity of their services. Now let's talk about broad niche examples. A broad niche might be something like e-commerce websites. This niche targets all types of online stores across various industries. While it's still more specific than being a general web designer that designs for any niche, it's broad in the sense that it covers a wide range of businesses, from clothing stores to digital product sellers. Now let's talk about more specific niche examples. A more specific niche could be e-commerce websites for eco-friendly and sustainable brands. This focuses on a particular type of e-commerce business with a specific value proposition. By narrowing down your niche in this way, you can become the go-to designer for businesses that prioritize sustainability, which allows you to tailor your designs to reflect eco-friendly values such as minimalistic designs, efficiency, and emphasizing environmentally conscious practices. Okay, so how to select the right niche? I will give you 5 tips. Number 1, reflect on your interests and passions. Start by thinking about what industries or types of clients you are more interested in. Like, what are you passionate about, right? Whether it's e-commerce, health and wellness, real estate, or creative industries, selecting a niche that excites you will make your work more enjoyable and fulfilling. And also, it's like when you are passionate about something, it doesn't feel like work. Number 2, assess your skills and experience. Look at your existing skills and experience. Do you have a background in a particular industry, or have you worked with clients in a specific field before? Because that's very relevant. Leveraging your previous experience can give you a head start in establishing credibility in your chosen niche. Number 3, research market demand. It's important to ensure that there is demand for your services in your chosen niche. Do some research to see if businesses in that industry are actively seeking web design services. Tools like LinkedIn or industry-specific forums/communities can help you check the interest and identify potential clients and ideas. Number 4, consider profitability. Not all niches are equally profitable, all right? Some industries have higher budgets for web design, while others might be more price sensitive. Think about whether your chosen niche can support the pricing structure you want to implement. If your goal is to build a high-end web design business, you will want to focus on industries that can afford premium services. And last but not least, number 5, evaluate the competition. Check out other web designers working in your potential niche. While some competition is healthy, you don't want to enter a market that's already oversaturated with a specialist. On the other hand, if there is very little competition, it might be a sign that the niche isn't profitable or in demand, so make sure that you do your homework before entering a market. Finding balance is key. In this Google Sheet, I've compiled a variety of niches you can choose from. Pick 3 to 5, do thorough research, and commit to one, and only one, until you've secured at least 5 to 10 happy clients. And I want to emphasize the word happy. Many people tend to switch niches when they encounter difficulties or major challenges. Don't be that person, because you will encounter difficulties in every niche. Becoming a successful web designer is not easy. Becoming a millionaire is not easy. Doing anything worthwhile is not easy. And you are here right now, so you are on your way. And what I mean with that is stick with your chosen niche long enough to see significant results. Once you've gained experience and mastered the fundamentals of freelancing, you can consider switching niches if you feel it's right. That's called pivoting, and it's smart, depending on the circumstances. But remember, the best way to grow is by doing real work and facing challenges head on. And obviously, you know I teach you everything in detail, right? So here is also a survey you can complete that will tell you if the niche you are thinking of is viable or not. In this lesson, you've learned what a niche is, what blue oceans, red oceans, and purple oceans are, how to apply the purple ocean strategy to niche selection, and how to select the right niche. In this lesson, we will talk about why it's crucial to have at least 3 to 4 concept projects completed before you begin any cold or warm outreach. Whether you are just starting out in web design or transitioning into the field, having these concept projects in your portfolio is a key step to building credibility, showcasing your skills, and gaining the confidence to reach out to potential clients. And don't worry about how to build a portfolio right now, because in Module 10, I will show you how to build a strong portfolio from design to development to publication. Let's explore why concept projects matter. When you are new to web design, one of the biggest challenges is proving your capabilities without a track record of real-world projects. Concept projects is what you need to bridge the gap. They allow you to demonstrate your design skills, creativity, and problem-solving abilities, even if you haven't worked with paying clients yet. Now let's dive into 4 key reasons why concept projects are essential for new web designers looking to build a strong foundation and attract potential clients. Number 1, concept projects give you the opportunity to showcase your abilities. These projects can be completely fictional or redesigns of existing websites, but they should be treated as if they were for real clients. By putting in the effort to create polished professional designs, you demonstrate to potential clients that you have the necessary skills to deliver quality work. In many cases, concept projects can be more compelling than degrees, since they provide concrete evidence of your capabilities, focusing on what you can actually do rather than just what you've learned or memorized. This shift reflects a broader trend in modern times, where practical skills and demonstrable outcomes are increasingly valued over traditional credentials, particularly in fields like art and technology. Number 2, concept projects build up your confidence. Having 3 to 4 solid concept projects under your belt gives you the confidence to approach potential clients. Instead of feeling hesitant or uncertain about your abilities, you can proudly present your work. This confidence is essential when you are doing outreach, whether it's cold or warm. When you believe in your work, it shows, right? And that energy is contagious. Number 3, they also help you provide visual proof. When you are reaching out to prospects, they are going to want to see examples of your work. Concept projects provide that visual proof. It's much easier to convince someone to take a chance on you when they can see firsthand what you are capable of, right? So these projects allow you to back up your pitch with tangible evidence, making your outreach efforts much more effective. And finally, number 4, they help you tailor your portfolio. So concept projects also allow you to tailor your portfolio to the type of work you want to attract. If you are interested in working with niche businesses, for example, you can create concept projects that cater to that specific niche. This helps you attract the right clients and positions you as someone who understands their specific needs. Now that you understand the importance of concept projects, let's talk about how to create them effectively. First, go through the list I've prepared for you. Click the link in the description labeled Concept Project Ideas to open the Google Sheet I've prepared. Think about which ones excite you the most and align with the type of work you want to attract. This is your chance to choose projects that truly resonate with your design style and goals. And this is going to help you avoid paralysis analysis, right? Because you have the description, everything nicely packaged, and now you just have to read the description and then get to work. Now select 3 to 4 project ideas that you feel confident about and that allow you to showcase a wide range of your skills. You could also use the same concept project for multiple brands or businesses within a niche. For example, if your focus is luxury vacation rentals, you could create 3 different booking and showcase websites for various businesses within the same niche. If your goal is to work with agencies, I recommend creating multiple projects that are distinct from each other, meaning for different niches. For example, you could design one for a SaaS company, another for a dental implant clinic, and a third one for an e-commerce brand. This variety will highlight your versatility as a web designer. Now take everything you've learned from the previous modules and apply it to these concept projects. Start by creating a brief for each project. Define the goals, target audience, and the specific features you want to include. This will give you a clear roadmap for executing each project successfully. And also, if your potential client asks you about your process, you will be able to provide a clear explanation. This is very important. As you begin working on each project, focus on delivering the highest quality possible. And I want to emphasize this, all right? Use the design principles, tools, and strategies you've learned. Whether it's creating wireframes, persona profiles, designing a responsive layout, or optimizing the user experience. Make sure every detail reflects your best work. Strive for excellence in every aspect of the project. To ensure your final designs are of super high quality, make sure to share your progress inside our private community. Getting feedback from other web designers who are on the same journey as you and also from people ahead of you can make all the difference. If you are not a member of the Web Designers Collective yet, you might still have a chance to join. Go to webdesignerscollective.com and apply. It only takes 2 minutes, and being part of our community could be the defining factor in your success. Do not miss this opportunity. Make sure to join now. Don't forget to document your design process. Capture your initial sketches, wireframes, and the decisions you make along the way. This will not only help you refine your skills, but also provide valuable material to present in your portfolio. The final step is to use some mockups to enhance the presentation of your projects. You will learn how to do this effectively and in detail in Module 10 when I teach you how to craft a beautiful web design portfolio. After that, you will have 3 or 4 solid concept projects that you can confidently showcase. These projects will serve as a strong foundation when reaching out to potential clients, demonstrating that you have the skills and creativity needed to deliver high-quality web design. Alright, so as a conclusion, before you start reaching out to potential clients, please take time to create 3 to 4 strong concept projects. These projects are your keys to start seeing early success. They show what you are capable of and give you the confidence to approach prospects with conviction. By investing time in creating high-quality concept projects, you will be setting yourself up for success in your outreach efforts. Remember, your portfolio is often the first visual impression you will make, so make it count. Now that you understand the importance of concept projects, you'll be better prepared to engage in both cold and warm outreach with the tools you need to make a strong impression and start getting clients. In this lesson, you've learned why concept projects matter and how to start working on your concept projects. Let's move to the next lesson. In this lesson, we'll talk about how to effectively get clients when starting out. The first step is to identify what leverage you currently have. If you don't have money or connections, you can have patience, which is free but highly valuable, like gold, ancient wisdom, and obviously this course. You have your brain and wealth of intelligence, and you also have time. So I do not want to hear any excuses, all right? If you are following everything I'm teaching you A to Z, I will be very surprised if you don't make it. So first of all, I want to tell you that leverage doesn't always mean money, okay? Patience is one of your greatest assets. You have to be patient. When starting out, you should work for free. And I'm not suggesting to do websites for everyone, right? Even though that could be somehow effective, it's not time effective. So you have to be very precise and selective to whom you work for free. Let's say that there is a new jewelry store in your area that's selling high-end jewelry to affluent clients. You do a little research first, then see if they already have a website. If they don't, or their website is outdated and with a terrible user interface, you could go there and tell them that you are starting out a freelance web design business and that you are willing to do their website totally for free because you need to build up some case studies to get paid clients in the future. Here is how the conversation could go. First, you will explain how a professionally designed website can improve their online presence, attract more customers, and showcase their beautiful jewelry in the best way possible. Highlight how this can help their business grow and stand out in a competitive market. After explaining the benefits, you will ask if they are interested in moving forward. If they are interested, you can then introduce the free web design offer, showing it as a no-risk opportunity for them to see what a stunning and functional website can do for them. In this case, you will offer both design and no-code development. And don't worry about the development part because you will learn how to do it in Module 10. Don't be intimidated because it's not that difficult. And remember not to talk about features, all right? Don't be like, the website will be built with responsive design, custom widgets, or SEO optimized content. That's what rookies do, all right? Instead, focus on the benefits on how it will solve their problems or meet their needs. And here is an example. Instead of saying, oh, this website is going to be SEO optimized and, all this stuff, you can say, this website will help you attract more affluent customers by showcasing your jewelry in a luxurious, visually stunning online environment that mirrors the high-quality experience they expect in person. And then followed by saying something like, I understand that translating the elegance of your physical store into the digital space can be challenging, and this website will solve that by offering a seamless white glove online experience. And then reinforce this statement by saying something like this. This consistency not only reinforces your brand's prestige, but also makes it easier for customers to engage with your brand and purchase your pieces, whether they are browsing online or decide to visit your store in person. It ensures that you stand out in a competitive market by delivering the same level of sophistication and exclusivity across all touchpoints. So here are the problems we'll solve. By ensuring consistency across channels, this website will address the issue of inconsistent branding between the physical store and the online store. It will also enhance customer engagement by effectively reaching and captivating affluent customers online, ultimately increasing sales. Additionally, it will help their brand stand out from competitors by offering a seamless high-end experience both online and offline, something many retailers struggle to achieve. All right, so this consistency not only increases their brand's value, but also opens up more opportunities for funding and market share expansion. Okay, if they are not interested, respect their decision, but keep the door open by asking if it's okay to follow up later. Don't be pushy and don't try to force the sale. Also, ask if they know anyone else who might be interested. If they say that they might be interested in the future, set a specific follow-up date and keep them engaged by sharing examples of your work and any additional information they might find helpful. It's important that if you are targeting this niche, for example, you already have some stunning concept projects of high-end jewelry websites. If they see the talent and honesty, they will most likely agree. Now, since you already have one real client, even though you did it for free, you can try to pitch your paid services to other potential clients. Let's explore the power of no. As I mentioned earlier, patience is your greatest asset. No one worthwhile wants to work with someone who seems desperate. When you offer something and it's rejected, don't be quick to offer discounts. This can make you appear desperate and cause you to lose respect in the marketplace. Always stand your ground and be prepared to say no. Interestingly though, when you say no, something almost magical happens. People respect you more and want you more. It's basically psychology 101. People desire what they cannot easily have. And understand that when you have rent to pay, it's tempting to accept any project that comes your way, right? I've been there. But operating in a survival mode is not where you want to be. To truly excel, you need to move beyond survival mode, which will give you the patience and confidence to make better decisions. However, it's possible to operate in survival mode and still say no. I've done it, all right? I've turned down paid deals that didn't feel right, even when I needed the money. It takes courage and a high tolerance for discomfort, which is something you can train over time. If your pain threshold isn't as strong yet, take it step by step. Focus first on getting out of survival mode, and then as you gain more stability, start increasing your leverage by rejecting deals that don't align with your financial goals. Now let's talk about the different types of leads. When working as a web designer, it's important to understand the different types of leads you might encounter. Identifying and categorizing leads can help you tailor your approach and increase your chances of closing deals. Here are the most common types of leads in the web design world. Number one, cold leads. Cold leads are prospects or potential clients who may not be familiar with your services or your business. They haven't shown direct interest yet, but you might reach out to them through advertising, social media, or cold outreach like emails or phone calls. Converting cold leads requires building trust and showcasing the value of your web design services. Number two, warm leads. Warm leads are individuals or businesses who have shown some interest in your services but haven't yet committed to hiring you. They might have visited your portfolio, followed you on social media, or downloaded a free resource you offered them. And these leads need nurturing, okay? Often through follow-up emails, phone calls, or sharing portfolio work to help them move closer to making a decision. 3, hot leads. Hot leads are prospects who are ready to make a decision. These are typically people who have expressed a strong interest in your services, such as filling out a form, scheduling a consultation, or requesting a quote. And the hot leads need immediate attention because they are closer to committing, and the right proposal or conversation can seal the deal. Number 4, referral leads. Referral leads come through recommendations from previous clients, business partners, or other professionals. These leads often have a higher conversion rate because they already trust your work based on someone else's positive experience. And treating referral leads with priority is important as they can quickly become loyal clients and bring in more referral leads. Number 5, inbound leads. Inbound leads are those who find you through your online presence, such as your portfolio, blog, social media, or ads. These leads are seeking you out because they are already interested in your web design services. They typically have a problem to solve and are looking for a web designer who can meet their needs. And this is why having a strong personal brand is very important. And the good thing is that if you focus on getting better every day and then putting out your work out in the world so people can see it, you will be building your personal brand slowly but surely. I will be posting content in our private community about how to build a personal brand as I progress and build mine. Number 6, outbound leads. Outbound leads are generated through proactive outreach, where you initiate contact with potential clients. This can include cold calling, emailing, or networking. Outbound leads often need more effort to convert, but with the right approach, they can become valuable clients. Now let's talk about warm outreach, aka leveraging existing relationships. One of the best ways to get clients, especially when starting out, is through warm outreach. Unlike cold outreach, which involves contacting complete strangers, warm outreach focuses on reaching out to people who already know you in some capacity. This could be former colleagues, friends, family members, or past clients. Essentially, anyone with whom you've had some form of contact. The key advantage of warm outreach is that these individuals already have some level of trust in you, even if they aren't fully aware of what you currently offer. This existing trust makes them more likely to engage with you and consider your services. When you begin your warm outreach, it's crucial to approach it as a reconnection rather than a direct sales pitch. You might start by reintroducing yourself and sharing what you have been up to personally and or professionally. For instance, you can position the conversation as a catch-up by saying something like this. Hey, it's been a while and I wanted to reconnect. How is everything going though? What are you working on these days? This naturally lowers the guard of the person you are reaching out to. Most likely they will respond with something like, hey, everything is great. I'm working on this and that. How about you? And this gives you the perfect opportunity to continue the conversation. You can then reply with something like this. Nice, that sounds exciting. I've been working on building my portfolio as a web designer and I'm currently offering a web design service totally for free because I want to gather testimonials and start growing my business. Do you know anybody who might be interested? This approach feels more genuine and less sales-oriented, making the other person more receptive to your message. Also, asking if they know anybody who might be interested, it's called indirect pitch strategy. Is a powerful approach that shifts the traditional sales dynamic from a direct pitch to a more subtle and effective method of generating interest and leads. So instead of asking someone directly if they need your services, you inquire if they know someone else who might benefit. This approach is rooted in psychology and social dynamics, and it can be particularly effective for a few key reasons. Number 1, reducing sales pressure. One of the primary benefits of the indirect pitch strategy is that it significantly reduces the pressure that often accompanies direct sales pitches. Like when you ask someone if they personally need your services, they might feel put on the spot or defensive, even if they could actually benefit from what you are offering. By shifting the focus to whether they know someone else who might be interested, you remove the direct pressure on them. This allows them to think more clearly and honestly about whether they or someone else in their network could benefit from your services. For example, as I previously explained, instead of saying, would you be interested in my web design services? You say something like, do you know anyone who might need a website? This subtle change in language invites them to consider your offer without feeling like they need to make an immediate decision for themselves. It's powerful. Number 2, tapping into social networks. Another significant advantage of this strategy is that it taps into the social networks of the people you are speaking to. Even if the person you are talking to doesn't need your services, they might know someone who does, all right? By asking if they know someone who could benefit, you are essentially expanding your reach beyond just that person. This is particularly valuable because referrals from someone within a network often carry more weight and trust than a cold introduction. For instance, when you ask, do you know anyone who might be interested in a website? The person might start thinking about their friends, colleagues, or even their own business needs. In some cases, they might say, actually, I could use that service, or they might refer you to someone they know, giving you a warm introduction that can lead to a more successful interaction. Number 3, leveraging psychological reciprocity. The indirect pitch strategy also leverages the principle of reciprocity in social psychology. It's like when you ask someone for a recommendation, you are subtly positioning them as an expert in their network. This makes them feel good about helping you out, and it often creates a sense of obligation to return the favor by either referring someone else or even considering your offer for themselves. This psychological nudge can lead to more positive responses than a direct sales approach, because you are not only asking for a favor, right? You are also positioning the other person as someone who can connect people and provide value to others, which can make them more inclined to help you. Okay, number 4, softening the sales conversation. The indirect pitch softens the sales conversation by turning it into a more collaborative effort. It changes the dynamic from "I'm trying to sell you something" to "I'm looking to help someone and maybe you can assist me in finding them." See the difference? This repositioning makes the conversation feel more like a partnership, where the person you are speaking with is helping you out rather than being sold to. This can lead to a more open and positive discussion where the individual feels less like a target and more like a valued part of your network. For example, rather than putting the person in a position where they feel they need to justify whether or not they need your service, you are asking for their help in connecting you with others. And this leads to a more comfortable and organic conversation, which can ultimately result in a warmer reception to your offer. Number 5, increasing the likelihood of referrals and conversions. By using the indirect pitch strategy, you increase the likelihood of generating referrals and conversions. In this case, conversions means service sales, all right? Even if the person you are speaking to doesn't immediately recognize their own need for your service, the idea is now planted in their mind. They might think of someone else right away, or they might realize later that they actually could use your services. Either way, you've opened the door, right, without pushing them through it. And also, since referrals typically come with a level of trust already established, leads generated through this method are often warmer and more likely to convert into clients. If someone is referred to you by a friend, social media connection, or family member, they are more likely to trust your expertise and be open to working with you compared to a cold lead. It's very important to remember that you should never ever try to sell something to someone who doesn't need it. All right? Only offer a product or service when you genuinely believe it can solve a problem they have. For example, if you are offering a web design service and someone declines, do not try to push the sale, all right? Or, create unnecessary reasons for them to buy. And also, don't be misleading and don't overpromise. Instead, as we discussed, simply ask if they might need the service in the future. If they say no, respect their decision and let them know that it's perfectly fine. Always communicate with elegance. You can gently mention that you will check in with them down the road in case they are working on a new project or something changes, and they might then need a website. This approach not only builds trust, but also positions you as a professional who respects their needs and timing. In the long run, this will lead to stronger relationships and more meaningful business opportunities. I will break down the entire sales process later in this module. Now let's talk about why collaborating with agencies is smart. One of the easiest and most effective ways to gain experience and work on real projects is by collaborating with agencies. Agencies already have established clients, so you don't need to worry about generating leads yourself. Plus, many successful agencies are constantly on the lookout for talented freelancers to help them with their workload. Here are 4 reasons why this approach is smart. Number 1. Access to real projects without the stress of having to find direct clients. By working with an agency, you can focus on your craft rather than worrying about where your next client is coming from. Agencies handle client acquisition, leaving you free to concentrate on delivering great work. Number 2, showcase your skills and build relationships. If you are just starting out, offering to do a project or 2 for free can be a smart move. But you have to be very mindful when offering to work for free though. Your wording is very important, and it has to be compelling and honest. Otherwise, they might not perceive the value you are offering. They have to see your talent, and that's why having great concept projects is essential. This allows the agency to see your work firsthand, and if they like what they see, they are more likely to offer you paid projects in the future. Once you've established yourself as a reliable freelancer, agencies are likely to return to you for more work. Number 3, you could get the chance to work with the big brands. Even as a beginner, working with agencies can give you the opportunity to contribute to projects for major companies like Nike, Amazon, Apple, or Google. While your role in these projects might be small, being able to say that you've worked on projects for big names can be a game changer for your career. These case studies can open doors to new opportunities that you might not have imagined possible. It's important to be aware that many agencies and big companies include confidentiality clauses in their contracts, which might restrict you from publicly showcasing the work you've done for them. These clauses are often referred to as non-disclosure agreements or NDAs. However, in most cases, you can still share your work privately depending on the terms of the contract. Even if you can't display the work in your portfolio, having the experience and the contacts can be incredibly valuable. And here is a pro tip. If the NDA restricts you from discussing specific details of the project, you can still leverage the brand association in your portfolio. And this is extremely powerful. For example, you can include the company's logo and mention that your work is under NDA. This is a common practice among experienced and smart freelancers who have worked on confidential projects. And it still allows you to demonstrate your involvement with well-known brands. Additionally, always give credit where credit is due. All right? Mention the agency that hired you for the project. This shows integrity and acknowledges the collaboration, which can further enhance your credibility and professional relationships. Now let's talk about how to reach out to agencies. Reaching out to agencies follows a similar process to cold outreach for direct clients. Here's how you do it. Number 1, identify the right contacts. Start by finding key people within the agency, such as recruiters or directors and creative directors. These people often have significant influence over freelance hiring decisions. Number 2, connect with these people on LinkedIn. Add these individuals on LinkedIn and begin interacting with their content. Engage with their posts by liking, commenting, and sharing thoughtful insights. This helps you get on their radar before you reach out to them directly. I've added a video inside our free private community that walks you through how to effectively find design agencies using LinkedIn and other platforms. I chose to upload this video there because these platforms frequently update their interfaces and it's easier for me to keep up the content up to date in a single video. Since I cannot edit videos that are already uploaded on YouTube, this approach allows me to stay current with platform changes. Number 3, send a personalized message. When you are ready, send a personalized connection request or direct message. You might mention how much you admire their work or ask for a quick call to get some career advice. People love to share their expertise, and if they see you are talented and eager to learn, they will likely be open to helping you out. During the conversation, you can naturally transition to discussing potential collaboration opportunities. Make sure your LinkedIn profile looks clean and professional, and never spam on people's DMs or look desperate. Here is a message you can send, and obviously don't send this exact message. Make sure to add your own tone and voice and enhance it with with different words or whatever. Hi, and then you write the name. I have been following your work at the name of the agency and really admire the projects you are leading. I am a freelance web designer looking to grow my career, and I would love to learn from someone with your experience. Would you be open to a quick 15-minute chat where I could get some advice? I'd really appreciate any insight you can share. This approach is not only non-intrusive, but also positions you as someone who values learning and growth, which is very appealing to potential collaborators. And here is a pro tip. When scheduling a call, offer a 10 to 15-minute window instead of 30 minutes or 1 hour, okay? Because busy people may find the longer commitments overwhelming. And the thing is that once they agree to a short chat, they will often stay longer, okay? I've been on calls that were supposed to last for a few minutes, but ended up lasting for an hour or even an hour and a half. If I had initially offered a longer call, those meetings probably wouldn't have happened. So keep this in mind. So in a nutshell, here are the benefits of agency work. Expand your network, you will gain experience with diverse projects, and then you will build credibility. Oh, and before I forget, I want to mention that it's a little bit more difficult to niche down when you are working with agencies, but you can always niche down later down the road. Let's talk about how to actually contact people. You might be asking, who should I contact? You mentioned using LinkedIn to connect with people within agencies, but are there other options to start? The answer is simple. Start with your existing network. Use your phone, go through your contact list, and start messaging people. If you have social media accounts like Instagram, LinkedIn, or X, formerly Twitter, reach out to people there as well. The key is not to overthink, right? Don't fall into the trap of thinking, no one of the people I have in my list needs a website. They might not need a website right now for themselves, right? But someone they know, or even someone who knows someone they know, might need your services. The point is to get the word out and create opportunities. Procrastination is your enemy here, right? Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or overanalyzing whether your contacts need your service or not, take action right now. Start reaching out, reconnecting, and leveraging the indirect pitch strategy to build momentum, all right? The sooner you begin, the sooner you will start generating leads and converting them into clients. While this module emphasizes online outreach, in-person networking becomes a powerful tool as you gain more experience. Attending industry events, local meetups, or business expos allows you to form face-to-face connections that can lead to amazing business relationships and long-term opportunities. For beginners, it can feel intimidating, so start with online methods first. As your confidence grows, consider exploring smaller networking events or connecting with professionals in your niche. Now I will explain how to convert cold prospects into warm leads through LinkedIn and Instagram. When it comes to converting cold prospects into warm leads, LinkedIn and Instagram are powerful platforms that offer unique ways to engage with your target audience. The key to success lies in building relationships, offering value, and nurturing connections over time. And also, these are the tools alongside email I've used myself to get clients. So this is real experience. Here is a step-by-step strategy to turn cold prospects into warm leads on these platforms. Number one, optimize your profiles. Before you start reaching out to prospects, make sure your LinkedIn and Instagram profiles are optimized to reflect professionalism. Not necessarily corporate, all right, but you have to showcase your personality and expertise. And I wanted to emphasize this. Your profiles should clearly communicate who you are, what you do, and how you can help your target audience. So on LinkedIn, use a crisp and professional headshot and craft a compelling headline. And also write a summary to highlight your skills, experience, and value proposition. If you have previous experience in a particular niche, ensure that your work experience, skills, and endorsements align with the niche you are targeting. On Instagram, create a bio that clearly states who you are and what you do and who you help. Use a high-quality profile picture and make sure your feed reflects your expertise, showcasing your work, testimonials, or insights related to your niche. You can also add some, lifestyle stuff to make sure that people know that you are human. Number two, reach out to 100 people daily. One of the most effective strategies for cold outreach is to consistently reach out to a high volume of prospects. This consistent effort will increase your chances of finding prospects who resonate with your message and are open to building a relationship. And this is what I did, right? This is my personal experience. Over the course of 1 month, I reached out to 30 new prospects per day. People who had never heard of me. As a result, I was able to secure a couple of gigs that totaled $50,000 over 3.5 months. Patience is key though. For instance, one prospect got back to me like a month after I initially reached out, showed interest, then went silent for like a month, and then they finally returned with a confirmed offer. And that was like a big offer, a $40,000 offer. Now, in terms of the number of prospects, I recommend you to aim even higher. And I will give you an example. In his book, 100 Million Leads, successful entrepreneur Alex Hormozi advises reaching out to 100 people per day. By increasing your outreach, you can significantly boost your chances of landing clients and achieving your income goals even faster. So you can take action and make it happen, okay? Start reaching out to 100 people per day. the more effort you put in, the greater results you can achieve. And here is how to implement this strategy. First, set a daily goal. Commit to reach out to 100 new prospects every single day. This could include sending connection requests on LinkedIn and then talking to them, DMs on Instagram, or sending emails. I'm not going to talk about cold calling because I've never done that, so I want to stick with strategies that I've used. Second, stay organized. Keep track of who you've contacted and follow up regularly. A simple spreadsheet or a CRM tool can help you manage your outreach efforts effectively. I started with a Google Sheet since it's free. And I will leave a link in the description with the exact template I used. While it's manual, it's free and straightforward. And as you gain more experience, you can optimize your organizational efforts with a CRM. CRM stands for Client Relationship Management. By constantly reaching out to a large number of prospects, you increase the likelihood of finding those who are interested in what you have to offer. Remember, not everyone will respond, but the key is in the numbers and being persistent. Number 3, start with a personalized introduction. Cold outreach doesn't have to feel cold, all right? By personalizing your initial message, you can make your first interaction feel more like a natural introduction rather than a sales pitch. Take the time to learn about your prospect before reaching out, okay? This is very important, and use this information to craft a thoughtful message. Here is an example for LinkedIn. Instead of sending a generic connection request, personalize your message based on something specific you've noticed about their profile or recent activity. For example, hi, you add the name. I came across your profile and noticed your work in, and then you add the industry or niche. Your recent post on, the topic really resonates with me. And I would love to connect and learn more about your approach. And here's an example for Instagram. Start by engaging with their content, like, comment, or respond to their stories. Then send a DM that shows you are interested in their work. For example, you can say something like, hi, the name. I've been following your content and love your perspective on, the topic. I will be thrilled to connect and explore potential collabs. Number 4, offer value upfront. Once you've made that initial connection, focus on offering value before asking for anything in return. This could be in the form of useful content, advice, a book recommendation, or resources that align with their interests or challenges. The key here is to show that you are not just another person trying to sell something, all right? You are genuinely interested in helping them. And here is an example. So this is a prospect, right? And I reached out to them and I showed them, my expertise, and also I showed them that I'm genuinely there to help them. So I got their interest and also an offer to potentially work with them. And this example is a real example, okay? It's me reaching out to an agency owner from Croatia. So it's real, it's in my DMs. I do this all the time because it's very effective. And here's an example for you. On LinkedIn, after they accept your connection request, send a follow-up message that provides value. For example, I noticed that you are working on, the name of the project and thought that this article might be helpful. It covers, the topic in depth and could provide some useful insights. And on Instagram, you can say something like, I saw your post about, name of the challenge or whatever, and thought you might find this, tool or research helpful. Let me know if you'd like more info. I'm happy to help. Number 5, build trust through consistent engagement. Building a strong relationship takes some time, okay? Especially in cold outreach. Consistent engagement is crucial for staying on their radar and slowly transitioning from a stranger to a trusted connection. Comment on their post, share relevant insights, and keep the conversation going without pushing for a sale too soon. Number 6, be honest and genuine. If you try to fake this process, it will rarely work in the long run. You should be honest about your intentions and show genuine interest in what they are working on, and also who they are as a person. The thing is, you shouldn't work with people you don't like, and people who don't like you will rarely want to work with you. Being kind and showing honesty is a powerful way of doing business. This authenticity not only makes your outreach more effective, but also ensures that the relationships you build are strong and long-lasting. And here is an example. On LinkedIn, when prospecting a collaboration, be upfront about what you can deliver. For example, I believe my skills in, the area could complement your work in name of the project. And then you can end with something like, I'd be happy to discuss how we can collaborate and ensure it's a win-win for both of us. And on Instagram, in your DMs, keep the tone friendly but honest. For example, I think there is a good synergy between what we are both doing, and I would love to explore how we can work together. So let's chat a little bit more to see if there is a fit. And these are just examples, right? So you have to make sure that you are crafting the messages with your unique tone of voice. Number 7, follow up and stay connected. Even if your initial outreach doesn't lead to an immediate project, staying connected is key. Continue to engage with their content, share value, and nurture the relationship over time. This consistent interaction can eventually turn a cold prospect into a warm lead and even into a loyal client. And here is an example that applies to both LinkedIn and Instagram. You can say something simple like, hi, their name. I just wanted to check in and see what you are working on. If there is anything I can help with, feel free to reach out. So send follow-up messages periodically, check in with them, and keep the conversation going. You can start doing this manually and then automate the process over time. And here is a pro tip. Instead of sending, text messages, through DM, you can send voice messages. And voice messages are very powerful because they feel very natural. So as a conclusion, cold outreach on LinkedIn and Instagram doesn't have to feel intimidating, okay? By approaching it as an opportunity to build genuine relationships rather than just making a sale, you can effectively turn cold prospects into warm leads. Remember, if you try to fake this process, it probably won't work. And even if it works sometimes, it's not worth it, okay? Authenticity is key. Consistently reaching out to 100 people daily will increase your chances of success. Being kind and honest is not only a good business practice, but it also helps you build connections that are meaningful and mutually beneficial. Over time, these connections will grow and your efforts will lead to meaningful collaborations and long-term success. In this section, we'll explore how to start incorporating automation into your outreach strategy using LinkedIn Sales Navigator along with other automation tools. This approach will help you manage outreach at scale while maintaining a level of personalization that resonates with prospects. Once you've landed your first or second client through manual outreach, it's time to consider scaling your efforts with automation. Manual outreach is excellent for establishing connections and gaining initial traction, but automation allows you to reach a larger audience more effectively and, most importantly, efficiently, saving you time and enabling you to focus on delivering quality work. While most of the best automation tools are not free, you can start with manual outreach, and once you begin making money, consider investing in paid tools to optimize your time or scale further. And to be clear, I'm not affiliated with any of the companies that sell these tools at the time of this recording, okay? And I don't receive any direct compensation for mentioning them. This is simply my honest advice. I will be adding more in-depth automation strategies inside our private community, so if you aren't a member yet, which you should be by now, join us today at webdesignerscollective.com. I'll see you there. So let's break down this into a step-by-step process. The first step and most important step is to understand when to transition to automation. Automation should be introduced after you have a solid grasp of your ideal client profile and have successfully secured a few clients through manual outreach. At this point, you are ready to scale your efforts without losing the personal touch that initially made your outreach effective. So why automation? Automation offers the ability to scale by reaching more prospects in a shorter time. It enhances efficiency by automating repetitive tasks such as sending connection requests, follow-up messages, and managing leads. Additionally, it ensures consistency, helping you maintain a steady outreach pipeline without gaps, keeping your funnel full of potential clients. And a funnel is basically a step-by-step process that guides your potential clients from first learning about your products or services to eventually making a purchase or taking a desired action. Number 2, start with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is a vital tool for finding and engaging with high-quality leads. It provides advanced search filters and insights that allow you to precisely target your ideal prospects. To use this tool, you have to pay a monthly fee, but it won't be a problem since you would have already some money from previous projects, because you can find your first clients by doing manual organic outreach. And they also offer a free trial at the time of this recording. As I said before, I'm not affiliated with them and I don't get compensated for recommending them. And here's a very simple example strategy. Use Sales Navigator to search for decision makers in your niche, like marketing managers, founders if we are talking about a startup or a small business, or art and creative directors if they have an in-house team, or you are reaching out to a design agency. Save these leads in organized lists to monitor their activity, and craft and send personalized emails based on insights gathered from their profiles, making your outreach more relevant and engaging. Number 3, automate your outreach with additional tools. While LinkedIn Sales Navigator is key for identifying and targeting prospects, pairing it with other automation tools can streamline your outreach process further. These tools help you manage multi-channel campaigns, automate connection requests and follow-ups, and efficiently track your leads. I will leave a link in the description that takes you to a Google Doc that contains a list of the automation tools I use. And again, I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. And here is how this strategy works with other tools. Multi-channel campaigns integrate LinkedIn outreach with email campaigns, reaching prospects through multiple touchpoints. Automated follow-ups ensure that consistent messaging is maintained without manual effort, sending reminders if your initial outreach goes unanswered. This method allows for personalization at scale, enabling you to customize messages while maintaining a high level of outreach. Number 4, balance automation with personalization. While automation can enhance your outreach, it's crucial to balance efficiency with personalization. Automated messages must still feel tailored to the person you are trying to reach, to avoid appearing spammy or impersonal. Here are some tips for balancing automation and personalization. Segment your audience by niche or industry and company size to tailor your messaging. Use custom variables like the person's name to personalize your outreach, and also leverage voice messaging for a more personal touch. And engage manually with high priority leads by commenting on their post or sending detailed messages. Number 5, continuously refine your strategy. As you implement automation, track the results closely, okay? Pay attention to which messages generate the best responses, which audience segments are more engaged, and where your outreach can be improved. Regularly refining your approach will help you maximize the effectiveness of your automation tools. Okay, so I prepared a free in-depth training on how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator with other automation tools to build an effective and efficient outreach system. In the training, I cover advanced and detailed stuff such as email warm-up, which is an essential step to increase your chances of landing in the main inbox instead of the spam folder. And I go through other technical aspects as well. You can access the training right now by visiting our private community, where you will find the video in the classroom section. The link to the community is in the description, and it's totally free. I will be updating the training as strategies and platforms evolve. Alright, so as a conclusion, transitioning from manual outreach to automation is a crucial step in scaling your freelance business and maximizing your outreach strategy. By using tools like LinkedIn Sales Navigator in combination with other automation platforms, you can streamline your processes and reach more prospects efficiently. Remember to keep balancing automation with a personal touch, continuously refining your strategy based on the results you see. In this lesson, you've learned how to acquire leverage when you are broke or just starting out, the power of saying no, the different types of leads, and why collaborating with agencies is a smart move. And also how to reach out to agencies, how to reach out to potential clients, how to convert cold leads into warm leads, and how to transition from manual outreach to automation. Crafting a compelling offer is essential for the success of your web design business. It's not just about listing your services, all right? It's about guiding your client on a journey from their current situation, which we'll call their current island, to their desired situation, their desired island. The ocean between the two islands represents the challenges and uncertainties they face in making the transition. Your offer is the boat that will take them across this ocean, but to make the journey reassuring and secure, you must also include elements of risk reversal. This lesson will explore how to effectively structure this offer to ensure your clients feel confident and supported throughout the journey. So, what is a compelling offer? A compelling offer is a promise to take your clients from where they are now, their current situation or current island, to where they want to be, their desired situation or desired island. To make this journey successful, your offer must clearly communicate 3 critical elements: the pain of staying on the current island, the benefits of reaching the desired island, and the safety measures or risk reversal that ensure the client can embark on the journey with confidence. To create a compelling offer, you first need to understand your client's current situation. Like, what's keeping them stuck on the current island? This might be an outdated website, low conversion rates, or poor online visibility. Equally important is to understand their desired situation, the thriving business they envision after arriving at the desired island, where a modern, high-performing website drives growth and success. The more accurately you can define this gap, the more effectively you can craft an offer that resonates with their needs. Now let's talk about how to craft your unique value proposition. Your unique value proposition, or UVP, should clearly communicate how your services will help clients move from their current situation to their desired situation. For example, if a client's actual situation is a slow and responsive website and their desired situation is a sleek, fast, and mobile-friendly site that enhances user experience, your UVP might be: I help businesses transform their outdated websites into high-performing platforms that engage customers and drive sales within 60 days. The UVP must be clear, okay? So this UVP that I just said directly addresses the gap and positions your services as the essential solution to achieve their goals. Now let's talk about how to structure your offer, and I will explain this in 3 points. Number 1, highlight the pain of staying on current island. Clients often need to be reminded of the discomfort they are currently experiencing to motivate them to take action. For example, staying in the current island where their website is outdated, their online presence is weak, and their business growth is stagnant comes with significant pain points. This might include lost revenue, a tarnished brand reputation, and missed opportunities in a competitive market. By highlighting these issues and other issues as well, you create a sense of urgency, encouraging them to take the journey to the desired island. Number 2, illustrate the benefits of reaching the desired island. Once the pain of the current situation is clear, you need to paint a vivid picture of the benefits they will experience once they reach the desired island. This could mean something like a modern, responsive website that not only attracts more visitors, but also converts them into loyal customers, leading to a sustained business growth and a strong online presence. By illustrating these benefits, you show the client that your offer is not just a service, okay? It's a vital investment in their future success. Number 3, provide a clear path to cross the ocean. Your offer should serve as the boat that safely carries your client across the ocean between the current island and the desired island. However, no journey across the sea is without risks, which is why your offer must include strong risk reversal strategies. Now let's talk about risk reversal, and we'll talk about a concept called the safety boat, helicopter, and submarine. To reassure your client during the journey, you should offer multiple safety options. The first one is the safety boat. And this is the first level of reassurance, symbolizing a satisfaction guarantee or money-back promise. If the client feels unsure or if the project doesn't meet their expectations, they can step into the safety boat and return to the current island safely with no loss. This basic safety net ensures that they won't be worse off than when they started. And this is important because sometimes when people work with somebody new, they feel a lot of fear because they be like, hey, I don't want to be worse than where I'm right now. So I want to be in a position that is better. Or if the things don't work out, at least I want to be in my current situation. And offering a money-back guarantee often mitigates this. The second is the helicopter. For clients who need even more assurance, you offer a helicopter, okay, representing a premium guarantee. If something goes wrong, the helicopter can quickly take them back to safety, symbolizing your commitment to providing a full refund or additional compensation if the project fails to meet their criteria. This option gives clients an extra level of security, knowing that they can quickly and safely return to where they started if necessary. For example, if you are very confident in your services, you can offer the client a full refund plus a monetary compensation, such as $200, $500, $1,000, or even more, depending on the project cost. This high-risk, high-reward strategy is extremely effective for building trust, but should be only used with a lot of caution. Meaning you should only implement this after achieving a high satisfaction rate with previous clients. To test this approach, you can set aside a small manageable budget based on what you are comfortable losing. For example, you might decide to allocate 5 to 10% of your earnings from recent freelance projects or profits for this experiment. I don't recommend using your life savings for this, and I definitely don't recommend using the money you saved for taxes. Consider this as an investment in your business, all right? Meaning that you might not get that money back initially, but it could lead to long-term benefits. And if the strategy results in more satisfied clients, repeat business, or referrals, you can scale it further. This is a controlled experiment, okay? And if you see it work, you can start expanding the offer to more clients, increasing the compensation amount, or incorporating it to your regular premium service package to attract more high-value clients. And if this experiment doesn't work, treat it as a learning experience and pivot to another offer, such as a full money-back guarantee with a free 1-hour consultation, for example, because this way you shift to a less risky approach while refining your promises and service delivery to better suit your business. And the third and last one is the submarine. In cases where the ocean is particularly rough, you offer a submarine. The submarine represents your ability to navigate even the most challenging situations. Unlike surface level safety measures, the submarine can dive deep below the chaos, unaffected by surface level storms, such as market changes or unexpected project obstacles. This flexibility symbolizes your adaptability and problem-solving skills, allowing you to adjust your approach and ensure the client reaches the desired island safely or returns to the current island if necessary. They should never feel worse off than when they started working with you. The submarine provides reassurance that no matter how rough the journey becomes, you have the tools to keep them safe and on course. These multiple layers of risk reversal show your clients that no matter what happens during the journey, they are protected and supported. This comprehensive approach to risk reversal makes it easier for them to commit to the journey. And here's an example. Imagine you are a web designer working on a client's e-commerce site. Midway through the project, new regulations require significant changes to the site's payment system. Instead of being derailed, you adapt by researching the new rules and revising the design to comply with them. You can reassure the client that the project will stay on schedule by immediately implementing a compliant payment system, ensuring the site can launch on time without losing revenue. And additionally, you can offer to refine and optimize the system post-launch if needed, demonstrating your adaptability and problem-solving skills. This ensures that despite unexpected challenges, the client remains confident their project is on course for success. Now that you've learned about the safety boat, helicopter, and submarine, let's talk about social proof. And the social proof is represented by the happy passengers, navigation tools, and experienced crew. Before sailing, your client needs to see that your boat is not only well equipped, but also guided by a capable and experienced crew. And that crew is you or your team, an experienced crew who know how to navigate even the trickiest waters. It represents the collective expertise and skills you bring to the table, ensuring a smooth and successful journey. The happy passengers are your past and current clients. Their testimonials, case studies, and success stories serve as a proof that they have safely reached the desired island. Their positive experiences act as a powerful social proof, reassuring potential clients that they are in good hands. And then lastly, the navigation tools. Your well-planned project management systems, processes, and strategies demonstrate that you have the right tools to keep the journey on course no matter what challenges arise. When potential clients see your experienced crew, hear about the success of happy passengers, and know that you are equipped with the best navigation tools, they feel like they also can reach their goals safely and successfully. When crafting your offer, clearly communicate these following elements. This is the risk reversal. We offer multiple layers of assurance to give you complete peace of mind. If at any point you feel unsure, you can opt for our safety boat with a full refund, our helicopter with added compensation depending on the magnitude of the project, or our submarine, offering a customized solution to tackle any challenges that arise. No matter what happens, you are fully protected throughout the journey. And for the social proof, you can say something like this. Our past clients, the happy passengers, have successfully completed this journey with us, guided by our experienced crew and proven navigation tools. And here's what one of our clients said, and then you add your client's testimonial. And you can end with something like this. With our team and systems guiding you, you can trust that you will reach your desired island safely and efficiently. And keep in mind that these metaphors are designed to help you communicate your value, but they are just a guide. Personalize your offer by incorporating your unique strengths and ensure the message reflects your voice and approach. And here's the conclusion. By incorporating risk reversal strategies and social proof, even if you are just starting out, you can create a compelling offer that guides your clients from their current situation to the desired situation. And to make your offer even stronger, I've crafted a list of 10 compelling offers to help you get some ideas. You can access this exclusive list by joining our community at webdesignerscollective.com and reaching level 2. I do this because the information shared in this course is so powerful that I want only people that are serious about being successful get it. And I know that less people will get it, so it means bigger opportunities for those who do. Getting to level 2 is actually very, very easy, and it works like this. When you comment on a post, you get a like, okay? And once you receive 5 likes, you will be promoted to level 2. And you will not only unlock this list, but also gain access to other exclusive resources. This curated offer list plus template is worth more than $100, and you will get it for free. So don't hesitate and join the community right now. And start engaging with the post. It's a little task that can yield amazing results. You only need a total of 5 likes in your comments. With these tools and the support of our community, you will have everything you need to craft an amazing offer and succeed in the world of web design. Here is an important thing I want to mention. I've placed the module on setting up calls as the last module of the core modules, which is module number 12. Because before you start setting up calls, I want you to go through the entire course. This way, your chances of becoming successful will be much higher since you will have a better understanding of how the entire freelance web design business works. By the time you reach module 12, you'll be prepared to set up calls and meetings that reflect your value and expertise. Because in module 12, we will dive deeper into the specifics of setting up calls and meetings, including how to prepare, what to say, and tips for making your meetings as productive as possible leveraging AI. This will help you refine your communication skills and ensure successful interactions with your clients. In this lesson, you will learn what a compelling offer is, how to understand your target market, how to craft a unique value proposition, and also how to structure your offer for maximum impact. Now it's time to move to the next lesson. In this lesson, you will learn the basics of contracts and NDAs, how to navigate them confidently, identify key elements, spot potential red flags, and also understand what steps to take before signing any legal document. Contracts and non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, are crucial documents in any freelance business, including web design. These agreements help define the relationship between you and your client, set clear expectations, protect both parties' rights, and outline the scope of work. Understanding how to read, interpret, and negotiate these documents is essential for protecting your interests and ensuring smooth, professional interactions with your clients. So what is a contract? A contract is a written or spoken agreement between 2 or more parties that is intended to be enforceable by law. In freelance web design, a contract is usually a document that you and your client sign, which outlines the work you will do, how much you will get paid, deadlines, and other important details. The contract ensures that both you and your client understand what is expected and provides legal protection if something goes wrong. Now let's explore the key elements of a contract. Number 1, the scope of work. This section explains what services you will provide to the client. It should be as detailed as possible, specifying the task you will perform, the number of revisions included, and the deliverables. Clarity here prevents misunderstandings, where the client expects additional work without extra payment. Number 2, payment terms. This part of the contract details how much you will be paid, when the payments are due, and the payment method like bank transfer, PayPal, or other options. It might include penalties for late payments or specify a payment schedule for larger projects. Number 3, deadlines and deliverables. This section outlines the deadlines for each stage of the project and the final delivery date. For example, submit the first website draft and then you add the date. Clear deadlines help manage clients' expectations and ensure timely project completion. Number 4, revisions and changes. Contracts often include a clause about revision, stating how many changes are included in the original fee and what additional charges will apply if the client requests more revisions. And this clause is very important because it prevents you from doing extra work without compensation. Number 5, termination clause. This clause explains how either party can end the contract before the work is completed. It might include a notice period, like 30 days, for example, and any penalties or payments that must be made if the contract is terminated early. Number 6, dispute resolution. This section describes what happens if there is a disagreement between you and the client. It often suggests methods like mediation or arbitration before going to court. And the mediator is basically a third person that helps you and the client, talk through the problem and find a solution. The mediator doesn't make any decisions, but facilitates communication. And the arbitrator is a neutral third person as well that listens to both sides and makes a decision that both parties must follow. This is a faster and less expensive alternative to court. And why it's important? These methods help resolve disputes quickly with less stress, saving time and money. Number 7, intellectual property rights. This part of the contract determines who owns the work once it's completed. Okay, so typically the rights to the work transfer to the client after full payment is received, ensuring that you maintain control over your work until you are paid. Number 8, confidentiality clauses. If the contract includes confidentiality clauses, it means that you agree to keep certain information private, such as business secrets, data, or client lists. Now let's talk about NDAs specifically. An NDA, which means non-disclosure agreement, is a type of contract that requires one or both parties to keep certain information confidential. For example, if your client shares sensitive business information with you, an NDA might require you to keep that information private and not share it with others. NDAs are commonly used to protect trade secrets, business strategies, and other confidential information. In web design, this could mean not sharing designs, funnels, client data, code, or any other sensitive project details with third parties, either during the project or after the project. Now let's talk about the key elements inside of an NDA. And here are the key clauses in NDAs. Number 1, non-disclosure obligations. And this clause explains what information you must keep confidential and to whom you are allowed to disclose this information, such as subcontractors, for example. For example, if you are working on a large or complex project and need to hire other web designers, graphic designers, or 3D designers to help you, this clause could specify that you are allowed to share confidential project information with them. However, this would also require that these subcontractors sign an NDA or be subject to the same confidentiality obligations. This ensures that any sensitive information about the project, such as client details, designs, or business strategies, remain protected even when shared with others involved in the project. Number 2, duration of confidentiality. This specifies how long you must keep the information secret. It could range from 1 year to several years after the project ends. Number 3, scope of confidential information. It's important that this section clearly defines what is considered confidential to avoid overly broad restrictions that could limit your future work opportunities. And now let's talk about what to watch out for, and this is extremely important. So pay attention, because overlooking this could be very painful to you in the long run. So the first thing you have to watch out for is vague terms. And here's an example. When you see something like all business-related information shared during the course of this project must be kept confidential. This is very vague and leaves no room for interpretation, all right? Does include emails, general conversations, or any specific documents. We don't know. A clear example would be confidential information includes project design files, client data, marketing strategies, and any other non-public internal business information related to the project. This is very clear because the specific details clarify exactly what must be kept confidential, leaving no room for doubt. Another thing to watch out for is overly broad definitions. Avoid NDAs that might prevent you from working in your industry by defining too much information as confidential. And here is a vague example. You agree to keep confidential any and all information, including ideas, processes, and methods learned or developed during the course of this project for an indefinite period of time. And here's the problem with this. This definition is too broad because it includes general ideas, techniques, or methods that could or could not be unique to this project. It could also prevent you from using general skills or knowledge that you commonly apply in your field, or restrict you from working on similar projects in the future. So be very careful with this. And here is a clear example. You agree to keep confidential any proprietary project details, client-specific data, and non-public business information that is directly related to the client's business and disclosed during the project. This is very specific and to the point. This version narrows down the definition to cover only proprietary and non-public information, ensuring that you are free to use general industry knowledge, techniques, and methods that are not specific to the client in future work. And that's amazing. And the last key thing you have to watch out is fairness. You have to make sure that the NDA only covers information that genuinely needs to be protected. And here is an unfair example. You agree to keep confidential all information related to the company, including publicly available information, industry practices, and third-party content. And here's the problem with this. This clause is unfair because it requires you to keep information secret that is already publicly available or widely known in the industry. It could also force you to protect information that doesn't generally need to be confidential, creating unnecessary restrictions. And you don't want that. And here is a fair example. You agree to keep confidential any non-public internal business details, client-specific data, and proprietary project information shared during the course of this project. This makes more sense. All right? Proprietary refers to the things that the business owns and or has exclusive rights to. This version limits the confidentiality to non-public, internal, and proprietary information which generally needs protection. It ensures that publicly available information or general industry practices are not unnecessarily restricted, making the NDA fairer for both parties. So here are some common red flags in contracts and NDAs. When reviewing contracts and NDAs, be on the lookout for the following red flags. Number 1, unclear or ambiguous language. Contracts should be straightforward and easy to understand, okay? If any terms are vague or confusing, ask for clarification to the client or consult a lawyer. Number 2, unreasonable clauses. Be wary of clauses that seem too strict or unfair. For example, a non-compete clause might prevent you from working with other clients in the same industry for an extended period of time, which could harm your business and growth. Number 3, missing elements. Ensure the contract includes all the key components discussed earlier. If something is missing, request its addition before signing. Here is what to do before signing a contract or NDA. Okay, number 1, this is the review process. First, read carefully. Go through the entire document, including the fine print. Take your time to understand everything. Second, ask questions, okay? If something is unclear, ask the client for an explanation. It's better to clarify now than to have problems later. And third, consult a lawyer. If the contract is complex or if you are unsure about anything, consider talking to a lawyer. They can help you understand the document and protect your interests. Number 2, negotiation. Do not hesitate to ask for changes if something in the contract doesn't work for you. Negotiating terms is a normal part of business, and most clients are open to discussing changes. Number 3, final checklist. Before signing, go through a checklist to ensure that everything is in order. Confirm that the scope of work, payment terms, deadlines, and all other critical elements are clearly defined. To make it easier for you to understand and work with contracts and NDAs, I've created simplified guides. These guides are written in clear, straightforward language, breaking down the complex legal terms you might encounter. And this is how to use these guides. These guides serve as a tool to help you interpret the more complicated language often found in contracts and NDAs. You can print them or save them on your computer for easy reference. When you receive a contract or NDA, refer to these guides to understand what each section means. They will help you ensure that you are not agreeing to something that could harm your freelance web design business. And you have to keep in mind that as a freelancer, you might be responsible for drafting contracts and NDAs when working directly with clients, especially smaller businesses or startups that may not have their own legal documents. However, some clients, even smaller ones sometimes, may prefer to use their own agreements. In either case, it's important to clarify early on who will provide the paperwork to ensure that you carefully review any client-provided contracts to make sure they align with your terms and protect your interests. These guides are incredibly valuable because they make legal documents easier to navigate, giving you the confidence to handle contracts and NDAs without confusion. Alright, so as a conclusion, understanding contracts and NDAs is essential for protecting your freelance business. With the knowledge and tools from this lesson, you can approach these documents with confidence, ensuring that you are protected and well prepared. Just as in previous lessons, to access the bonus materials for this module, including the simplified contract and NDA templates, as well as the contract checklist, you need to join our free community at webdesignerscollective.com and reach level 2. If you've already joined and reached level 2, congratulations. You can now go ahead and download the documents. If you haven't joined yet, feel free to join our community and start engaging. Here is a quick refresh on how to reach level 2. It's very easy, quick, and it's free. Simply go there and engage with other members by commenting on posts. Once your comments in total receive 5 likes, you will be promoted to level 2, unlocking these valuable resources. As I said previously, I do this because this information is very valuable, and I want only people that are serious about being successful to get it. And even though this task is super easy and free, having this little wall means fewer people will take the opportunity, which creates a bigger chance for those who do. And I hope you are one of the people who take action. All right? In this lesson, we've learned what contracts and NDAs are, and also about common red flags in contracts and NDAs, and what to do before signing a contract or an NDA. Congratulations on finishing Module 5. You've now equipped yourself with all the knowledge and tools you need to confidently start getting your first clients. So I don't want excuses, all right? Now it's time to take action. In the next module, I will teach you how to set up everything properly to get paid internationally without headaches. You will learn the best practices for handling payments from clients around the world, ensuring that your hard work is rewarded smoothly and efficiently.